At this point, I kind of feel like I'm just repeating myself, because these books I'm about to tell you about, I've already said, but we're gonna just say it again for the sake of this video, because this is...
They got 2 left. Sorry, I just read that part.
It is the second quarter of the year. Wow. These books are my top 5 for this quarter. I also filmed the book tag, mid-year book tag, and I think I mentioned every single one of these books in there. So there's that. But we're just gonna go through it, okay? Should I don't know. I guess my favorite of the 5. Wow, this was probably the most shocking for me, because I was not expecting to love this book as much as I did. Checkmate. This book was so fun. I loved it. I ate it up and left no crumbs. Also, the family bond in this book with the main character, Mallory, and her mom and 2 sisters, I really enjoyed it. It was cute. It was fun. The male character in here, the main male character, and of course I forget his name, Nolan. He was one of my favorites male characters of the year. That's a big statement, and I stand by it. So I'm gonna just go on with another shocker for me, because I've read all of her other books, I think, and this one was my favorite by her. Yeah, her best book. Her best book right here. This is her best work. You ordered it. If you've never read an Emily Henry, just read this one. That's all you need to do. This one. This is it. This is it. In this book, you get the reality of when you heal from a relationship before you just jump on. When you actually heal, and the beauty that comes out of a natural, growing, new relationship. If that makes sense. It does to me. That's what this was. Let's see if I can remember their names. Well, I want to say Thelma, but I know it ain't Thelma. Let me see if I'm gonna just open it to a random page and see if I could just read a sentence, and their names will come back to me. No, it don't. Why don't I ever remember names? Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to look. Daphne. That is very close to Thelma. It is to me. Daphne and Thelma. That's kind of like, that's very close. And Miles. Daphne and Miles. Okay. The third book in the second quarter of this year. There I go, talking funny again. The third book in the second quarter is a new artist. No. a new author for me, and I'm ready to read all of her books, but I'm on a book buying ban. So before I let go, this one, okay, let's see if I can remember the names. And she is I seen a video and I think the girl hopped into my brain, because this is how it is. If I recommend a book to you, don't ask me what it's about, because the one I read it and I forgot it already, but I just remember how it made me feel. That's what she said, and that's how I feel. Because what was her name in there, and his name? She had a nickname. Yasmin. And they called her Yaz. Okay, and his, Josiah. But guess what? I'm gonna remember the next names in these two books in the next. The last two books for my top 5 in the second quarter of this year is the first book and the second book in a trilogy. Okay? We have none other okay? We have Kai and Peyton. Kai and Peyton. And the way this one ended, what you need? I want this to become a movie. I need this to become a movie. Am I still sad about Adina? Yes. Yes. I still stand on, they didn't have to do my girl like that. You ain't have to break her fingers. You could have just killed her. So in the first book in this trilogy, Powerless, you have wait, so let me go back. Before I let go.
Let's
back it on up. Back that ass up. This book. Don't watch me. This is why I want my own room. You could call it insecure, okay? Call it what you want. You have a divorced couple. They share kids and a business. And you watch them navigate that new life together while still really having feelings for each other, but they experience something that I would imagine to be very, very difficult to deal with. And it took the mom to really break apart her marriage for herself to heal, to be able to get back to that love again.
You could have let me finish that plan.
And what's up, sis? So for her to get that love back, and when she got it back, it was beautiful. So that's what you get in this, okay? You get raw emotions. So this, you follow an ordinary girl who lives in the world where they have basically exiled all ordinary people. So to live in this city, you have to possess a power, okay? Well, she didn't, but her dad taught her to be a psychic. So like she's quick on it with like reading your body language, your clues, the way your hands are, your feet, your shoes, your clothes, your hair, to like be a psychic about you, okay? And she's gone by her whole life like that. But you also follow Kai, who's a prince, who is to be the enforcer when his brother becomes king. And they have a little run-in, and which puts her into the limelight and then gets her nominated for what they call the Purge. It's kind of similar to like the Hunger Games, you know, they're thrown into this thing. So, but like she's from the slums and he's from the palace, and it kind of had some sort of like a love triangle between the two brothers and her. So that was kind of strange, but then like it was good. That's kind of weird when you think about it, but that's what it is, okay? And in here, so they done with the purge, and it ends with something major happen. 2 major things happening, 2 deaths at the end of this book, and it picks up here, okay? So now when the prince and Peyton were like kind of had the hots for each other, now they got the hot hates for each other in this book. So in this book, you are navigating the aftermath of the 2 things that ended in this book. And I guess you could say the love triangle is still kind of there, but maybe it's not really fair to call it a love triangle, because she's not really like being with both of the brothers. Both of the brothers just have feelings for her, but she really only has feelings for one brother, okay? You going? Okay, bye, love you. But the ending of this book really puts a twist in that love triangle. And now we know the 3rd book is going to be Fearless. And the fact that this is her debut. So anyway, this was my top 5 of the 2nd quarter. The year has gone by so fast. I'm curious to see what's going to be the next 5 in the next quarter, but we're not rushing that. So here's this for this quick little video. Top 5 for quarter 2. Top 5 for Q2.